Hi, it's Joy and today I'm going to be watching Batwoman Season 2, Episode 14 and Justice for All. The end of the last episode was insane. She thinks it might be Kate. I need her to continue with that thought process and just so much is going on. A reminder that you can find the unedited version of this reaction on my Patreon. And let's go, right? I don't want to wait any longer.
You've earned your freedom. Go.
I think I should stay. You know.
Confused. Why are you
still
here?
Alice, you know where she is. I'm so intrigued at what Alice is going to do.
It's supposed to be red and yellow. Cook's made a couple modifications.
Did they? Oh my god. What?
Right, sorry. Mom's fine. You know, rest, ice compress.
Always a bit awkward because, like, she's not doing anything wrong, but
I'm sure she did.
Imani's probably gonna start to think she's lying about other stuff instead. Tennis court somewhere in here.
You're blocking a hydrant, buddy. Thank you.
He was just holding up a drug. You feeling hungry? Please don't eat a person. Yeah, eat that. Good idea. I don't think it's gonna fill the hole though. Oh god.
It's a bar. We're allowed to be open.
To her, it's a fundraiser. So if you don't have the proper,
it's a fundraiser in a bar.
You can.
Ryan, okay, so we're fine. We're cool. Thank you.
Screw that, Luke.
Oh, he's trying to.
They came in here.
I know, Ryan.
Because God forbid too many of us gathered together.
I need you to calm down.
Don't touch me. What are you doing? Off of me.
Oh god.
My daughter.
Right to remain.
Oh god. See, Ryan was doing nothing wrong. She was doing nothing that deserved to be arrested. And Luke was trying to mitigate things so this didn't happen. It's just wrong.
I assume the security cameras will confirm.
Are you accusing me of falsifying my report?
Yes.
Trust me, that's a lot better than what I should be accusing you of.
Yes.
Ma'am, there's no need to get aggressive.
Ugh.
Aggressive.
Shows need to handle this kind of thing because it's out there and that's the worst. The worst truth.
That you think that growing up with rich white kids taught me how to play nice, but it taught me how to keep my head down.
Yeah.
There is a difference. I don't just run into fights when I know I can't win.
I just know the systemic racism in the US and in the UK is just disgusting.
Sophie,
and
call the Crow's hotline and see if they can connect me.
Yeah, that's definitely going to voicemail.
What?
she'll know a number though. Oh, the Jacob's not there. God forbid a person of colour stands up to you and speaks their mind.
I just want to eat your face off. I'm sorry.
Batwoman's not around to help.
Just run. What? Go, run. Go. Get out of here.
Yes. See, they don't start off lost. They're still like normal people, but just... Yep.
Need medics in the alley off.
See, yeah, like...
I need help.
the difference with how people are treated. Now, I don't believe this man currently deserves police brutality. I would never suggest that because he doesn't. But this police officer has probably just seen him accost a woman. And if not, he's heard raised voices, seen him punch a bin, and is now like, when he's sort of like, oh, you know, I've taken a drug, he's now like, oh, I need some backup, I need some medics, you know. He's all peaceful and handling the situation in an appropriate way. Can you see the difference between him and the people in the bar? He's gonna eat you though. But it's just such a good example of the difference.
Whenever I think we're getting somewhere, you remind me you will always be.
They're all facing the kind of fight they face because of their skin colour, which they should not face, from different angles.
Someone who would
Ooh.
mention my rhyme. You're fired. I couldn't tell you about Kate. How to break the spell so I can get Kate back. It's not that simple.
It was with her in motion.
I had to shatter her psyche into a million pieces.
Kate!
Help me.
Alice really cares about Kate. And that's a positive.
I feel fine.
Then you can tell me what the hell is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I need your help.
Oh, this guy. I actually really like this guy. I feel bad for him.
It's a long story. I gotta go.
Whoa, wait.
Trust him. Stop murdering people in general, but
2 days waiting for you to show up.
Kate's alive.
oh, good. She needs to tell someone and feel things. Yes, feeling things, Alice.
She helped my friend from the gym with heroin OD.
What do you mean by new version of snakebite?
Look how many people Mary's helped.
My wife?
This drug is so horrible because it
Loved my
targets
life.
people, gets them
Got in
addicted,
a car crash.
but it targets vulnerable
We even
people.
got a chance to know each other.
Show little black girls that they can go to top tier schools and stand up to bullies and be trusted to make life and death decisions.
And I admire that.
Mm-hmm.
I really do. But Sophie, the crows are just the wall between the 1% and reality.
That is true with the crows for sure.
I am Sophie Moore in that
Oh.
uniform, and I am Sophie Moore out of it. For better or for worse. I can't just turn it off.
Wow, what's happening?
You haven't heard?
Mm.
Gotham's been taken over by zombies.
And Batwoman is here. Oh god.
We need to get out of here.
Wilder, Fox, Moore, clear out.
She
Honey,
helped.
you did this?
A civil rights attorney is in the lobby handing out 3 counts of unlawful arrest, racial discrimination, and assault.
Right. Stick it to.
Sounds important.
Oh.
I'm sorry, Imani. Let's go.
It's so hard because you can't just tell people at the beginning of a relationship, but it just makes it that much harder.
I'm hungry.
Oh dear.
Need more gauze.
Our task is to seize all paraphernalia and to subdue any users with non-lethal force until we can figure out a treatment. All the attacks occurred within
Are they gonna
block
not
radius
listen to
of
her, or are they
Presbyterian.
listening?
We think the original are outside Crow's districts. These are innocent citizens.
Oh.
The commander isn't answering his phone at the moment.
So he probably doesn't know that you were just arrested.
Oh!
Shouldn't you at least take the day off just to wash away the jailhouse stench first tomorrow?
God. All the work she has done. And a smarmy man like that.
Acting commander.
Girl, Sophie. She can't dismantle the
Kick some zombie ass,
awful makeup of the crows and all the systemic racism alone. She's doing the best she can, and I just hate seeing it because it shouldn't have to be this hard.
Subject each person one at a time.
What that means.
You're about to get up close and personal to some truly nasty.
Yes. Have fun!
Free from my father's overbearing grip. Free from the burden of having to save her irredeemable sister.
This is just such a... I just can't wait to see where Alice's story is going at this point.
You'll be getting back the girl smart enough to lock up a psychopath in our Answer the question. Will it work?
This is so important for Alice. Because
Yes.
she's seemingly trying to just get Kate back rather than trying to get back a brainwashed Kate that loves her, or...
Keys and Kate's trigger word. You need a password.
That's what you had.
What is it?
Oh my god! But how do you go on about your life knowing that you decided to eat some people? Oh my goodness.
That came to Batwoman. Status check.
Oh, good.
Not all good! Oh my god.
Tavarov, why do I hear gunfire?
Oh my god. Well, to them, these are just the lowest of the low, just addicts from the poor areas.
Let's find whatever snake bite they left. Let's wrap this up.
Despicable. That is the true nature of the crows. Men and women, some of them, that just love power and the control over other people. And these people were poor and they couldn't care less. Because I am not the best person to speak on racism and inequality and everything, but the people that try to argue racism isn't real, they try to say stuff like, well, you know, poor white people suffer too, but racism is so endemic and systemic that if you have a poor white person and a poor black person, or a rich white person and a rich black person, and you place them in the exact same circumstances, the person of colour, the black person, will have to suffer racism on top of the circumstance. Yes, poor white people are oppressed by the police too, but not in the same scale, and it's just a stupid argument because it just does not track, like, at all. And it's still an argument to defund the police, and to, you know, fix the problems.
None of these people would be alive right now if it weren't for you.
Seeing Mary's wonder firsthand.
To learn how to live with it.
Mary.
Because
I love her.
apparently I was dumb enough to think that you would do the same thing for me. Because you want so badly to live in this fantasy with the 2 daughters that you lost, that you can't see that you are losing the 1 daughter you have left.
Oh my God. God.
Oh no.
Hands in the air. No!
Oh god.
Okay, buddy. Easy.
See, even this, just the different skin colour, the way he gets treated. Even though, I mean, I don't think the cop has done anything wrong. I truly believe the cop did the right thing there, but if he was black, he'd have just shot him. Most likely.
I'm out.
Yeah, I should call you mommy anyway.
I mean, I'm leaving the Crows.
Sophie.
Kills me is I didn't even listen when my own gut warned me about them.
You wanted to be the good within them.
Apathy.
They don't deserve you.
They don't!
Besides, we need you with the good guys.
I love their friendship so much.
Jealous. Because you think if I get Kate back, I won't want you.
I love you.
That wasn't love. You took a decision away from her, that's not love.
Kate recognized you the way you recognized her. Through the burns,
Because...
the new voice, the different personality.
But you knew her as an adult. She didn't know you as an adult. It's different.
Kate tried, but you were too hard to fix, Alice.
She kept murdering people.
Her city and you, what did she choose?
Yes, between murdering innocent people and you, she picked innocent people.
You've made your point.
She chose a bunch of strangers.
Innocent people over a murderer.
Another cell. She gave up on you.
Because she kept murdering people.
Love, Alice.
Taking decisions away from people, Ocean, isn't love. Murdering someone, taking away... You were toxic.
And you're better off thinking she's dead.
You were toxic. I was feeling glad that Alice was fucking feeling things, both for Ocean and about Kate. But Ocean is just going to drag her down a path too.
Honesty.
Always a hard word when you're lying about stuff.
Not entirely honest. You deserve way better, and I'm sorry I can't give that to you right now.
Well, for the record, I'd rather you be CIA than dating around with 15 other ladies.
Neither are correct.
Drink and Ryan's out breaking him on his own.
Why is Luke here?
My Uber. Do you want to meet up somewhere? Nah, I got this.
No!
I'll call you back.
Luke, be careful!
Look, I'm not letting you do this. Hey, hey, hey!
He might be armed, Luke, be careful please.
Knock it off.
Oh god.
What the hell's going on? Okay, look.
Sir, this man is trying to steal a car.
Whoa!
And now he's attacking me.
Whoa, whoa!
Oh my god.
This guy is a known car thief. His name is Eli something, and I'm trying to stop him.
I have a picture of it.
I have photographic evidence. God!
What the fuck? This episode was already an incredibly tough one to watch. A very necessary episode. The topics that they were raising and have raised in this show, especially this season, are so necessary because there is a problem with racism in the world, and looking like this, I am definitely not the person to speak on it, or of course I never would claim to have the greatest opinion on it or to have ever been personally affected by it, but I breaks my heart whenever you turn on the news and you see, go on Twitter, yet another person has been killed. Because, and it, like, you know, innocent, completely innocent people like Luke, although I am crossing everything that Luke will survive, people that were just in the wrong place at the wrong time, basically like Luke. People trying to do the right thing, like Luke. Someone that robbed a convenience store of some cigarettes doesn't deserve to be killed. You know, it doesn't matter what your crime is, you never deserve to be murdered. And that is something that I think they did a really, really good job of highlighting in this episode with our cannibal man trying not to be a murderous cannibal. Yes, the way he was dealt with was correct. You should not use aggressive force when you do not need to. Yes, it did put the officer's life in danger at the end, but I think the real juxtaposition of the police dealing with him when he was very clear he was bloody or he'd been punching someone, accosting women, of the, we're not trying to hurt you, we want to help you, okay? Just stay calm. That is the way to deal with an aggressive subject. Sorry, that is the kind of behaviour and training you should be trained with. But no, these police officers see a black person and it's shoot first, arrest first. Tavarov, we always knew, was not a good person. We've seen that time and again. His disrespect for Sophie at every step of the way. I feel like a lot of his disrespect for this Batwoman will largely be because of the colour of her skin, but seeing the juxtaposition of the way people of colour were treated in this episode compared with very dangerous white people, it's the way of the world. Like when you look at the news and you see yet another mass shooting by a white person, they are so often taken into custody. I mean, Kyle Rittenhouse, whatever that fuckface's name was, you know, he was walking towards police with an assault rifle with people chasing him saying, he's just shot people, he's just shot people, and the police asked if he was okay. And people will claim there's not a problem. So this episode, it's dealing with some very important issues that need to be discussed. But it's very painful to watch, knowing how real it is, knowing that, you know, a lot of the time with sci-fi superhero type shows, you can, or just with stuff in TV shows, you can try and think like, oh, wouldn't it be awful if this kind of thing happened? And here it's like, yeah, wouldn't it be awful if there was a drug that made people zombies? You can feel for the characters, but with this is something that really does happen and really does affect real people, and I often feel helpless to do anything. Like, I mean, I'm just one girl in England, but I feel helpless about it, and I can only imagine what that kind of feeling must be like for people of colour who know that it's people being judged because they look like them. I'm not an expert on it at all. I would never claim to be. I try and read up on it when I can. I try and listen to people when they speak about it, but it just breaks my heart. Oh God. I don't even want to consider that Luke might be dead. I don't think they'll kill him. I mean, it was 3 shots though. Can you survive 3 shots? We have some more of the flower, right? Can that save him? I don't know. I'm just desperate for him to be alive. I want to look stuff up. But first, I will try and talk about the rest of the episode, and I'm just gonna push that to the back of my mind. The zombie stuff was very scary, but I think it was a good way of kind of, like I said, juxtaposing or showing the different way that people are treated by police based on their skin colour. And, you know, no one is saying white people should be subjected to police brutality, but no one should be. Alice. I have really enjoyed Alice this episode, seeing how much she does care about Kate and how it isn't just about, as much as she might at some point try and be like, oh, I wanted her back so I could get my revenge, that she truly, realising Kate was alive, it was hope, it was relief, and she was desperate to get there. Now, Ocean, I was so happy when he was there and he'd stayed for her, and I was like, oh, this is a steadfast person in Alice's life that's always going to choose her. But he took away Alice's choice with regards to Kate. He didn't let Alice get the word and then talk to her, or on the way to meet, to go and see her. He could have said everything he just said about Kate. If that's truly what he thought, the minute she said, Kate was alive. He could have said every single thing he said right then. He did not need to kill Enigma. I'm assuming she's definitely dead. Alice has the right to decide whether she can forgive Kate or whether she can think she wants to save Kate. Now, yeah, she recognised that it was Kate once Kate had... Well, she didn't when she had the mask on. Kate had not seen her sister in 15 years, give or take, wasn't it? It was a very long time, from when they were children. Oh, sorry, I just got a weird Apple update. I will not update iTunes, thank you. She didn't know what Alice looked like as an adult. For 15 years, as much as she'd wanted to hope Beth was alive, she'd kind of had to come to terms with it for a long time. Alice has had a couple of weeks to come to terms with the fact that Kate might be dead, or Kate is dead. It's very different. You cannot compare the two. Yes, we all wish Kate had actually had a magical twin sense and had been able to figure out her sister was behind that door, but she was a kid, and then there was proof Alice was dead, proof that seemed undeniable. Locking her up in Arkham, I know, was a contentious topic, but Alice still murders people. That's my problem. Like, I want to root for Alice, and I do root for Alice becoming Beth again, or not fully becoming Beth, I don't think that's possible, but choosing to feel bad about what she's done and not want to murder people. But just a couple of episodes ago, she just threw a knife in a man's throat because he was inconveniencing her. Kate needs to choose other people over her. Like, in that situation, you know, she has murdered so many people that you can't, whatever, like, anybody that picks their family who are, you know, unrepentant murderers over innocent people is not a good person, and Kate is a good person. Kate was a hero, and truly the best thing for her sister, for her twin, would be that she could no longer hurt anybody. Whatever Alice thinks, whatever Alice is doing, for Beth would be being somewhere locked away where she cannot hurt anyone, where ideally she'd be getting actual mental help for her, all of her psychoses. But Ocean was way out of line. I don't care that he loves Alice. He is toxic as fuck. I really was rooting for Ocean as well, but the fact that he did that made a huge decision for Alice without Alice's say-so, and then he tried to tell her how she should be feeling. Maybe she can forgive Kate. Maybe there is that part of her that is aware that she's a fucking serial killer. I know Ocean just snaps people's necks like it's nothing, but I really enjoy Alice as a character, and I've said this time and again that I think, like, if in 5 seasons time she's exactly the same, the story will be stale, or not even the story being stale, but just every character that's let her get away with it will be culpable of her crimes. But Kate tried to lock her up. Ryan tried to arrest her. I think they left her to die. But, like, Alice does need to be held accountable for the life she's taken, and the fact that she still doesn't really feel bad about it. I think getting Kate back and this feeling she's having for Kate could be a sign of getting Beth back, and even getting the girl back that he fell in love with, because Alice is very different to the island Beth. As I'm not impressed with Ocean, I'm intrigued to see still where Alice is going to go with this, despite what Ocean has said. Because what Ocean has said is true in Alice's mind, but it's not like she was, you know, stealing sweets from shops and Kate had her arrested. She's a serial killer. I'm still intrigued to see where that's going, but honestly, I think this episode's it's highlight, and in other ways it's low light, because obviously it's such a hard and stressing thing to watch. It was the conversation about race and the different ways people deal with it. I mean, you hear about people talking about raising their children, their black children in America, and I imagine in the UK, I don't know. I like to think it's not as bad here, but reality probably is. We just have less guns. People have to raise their children. You know, when I was brought up, I was kind of told things like, oh, you know, if you're in trouble, go find a police officer. If you get lost from your parents, find a police officer. Police officers are trustworthy people. But there are children who have to be told, when you see a police officer, be respectful, no sudden movements, don't reach into your coat pocket, don't, like, all the things they have to try and teach kids, and often that still doesn't matter. The bar was doing nothing wrong. It was no doubt both discriminatory against it being a gay bar, or at least an LGBT friendly bar, a community centre for low-income children in a largely non-white neighbourhood, I think, from what they've said, and a lot of black people. And the minute they walked in there and saw that, it wasn't loud. It's a fucking bar. Of course it's going to be a bit loud, but that wasn't even a loud bar. It just honestly just makes me so angry to see, and to see the different ways the different characters try to deal with it, and none of it works. Sophie's choice to leave the Crows is monumentous. I'm really proud of her and how her character's come on. I you know, we have been reaching the point where it's kind of how could she stay in the Crows given what they're like, but you could also see it from her point of view of she wants to be the beacon of light within the Crows, she wants to be the change. But it shouldn't be up to one person to change, and one person cannot change. She'd need allies around her. Jacob needs to fucking do something to change the Crows. I'm hoping that what just happened with Luke will be the beginning of a chain that will force change within the Crows, or stop the Crows, destroy the Crows. The Crows are literally designed to protect full wealthy. Sophie had to force them to go and protect lower income neighbourhoods, and even then they just murdered everybody. So the Crows are disgusting. They were praised for their violations they just committed because there was a cure. The Crows should be stopped. Gotham PD definitely needs to be defunded and replaced, reformed in a different structure. You know, I do believe in defund the police. I don't think that means, you know, we'll never have a police force. It just means changing the culture of the police, changing a lot of things about it. I am going to look up a promo for the next episode because I need to know how Luke is. I don't watch promos normally. Please be live. Sunday, June 6th. That is not next week. Fuck.
Been there. I could have done more.
Okay, he's alive.
Review the body cam footage.
Open your eyes before anyone else has to die.
That bastard. Okay. The fact that we saw Luke being loaded into an ambulance gives me a lot of hope that despite this, he will be alive. No one should have to go through this. Not him, not his family, not the community, but I think if they were going to kill him, he would be dead at the start of the episode. And, you know, that's more of an impact. We might have even this episode seen Mary or Ryan or somebody coming across him. I think that tends to be the more impactful ways when you see them definitely dead. So I'm holding everything crossed that the fact that we're seeing him being wheeled away and all of that means he's alive and he's going to be saved. Now, he's been shot 3 times by a racist fuckface, so... Plus, there is phone evidence. It was very clearly a phone. He didn't yell gun until, you know, it's like me going, it's my phone. Gun! Like, it was, you could see the gun. You could see it wasn't a gun by the time he shot him. On the phone, there was evidence. Jacob. I think the next episode is going to be, in some ways, in every way, an even tougher watch than this week's one, because we are dealing with the aftermath of an incident of police racist brutality, which is such a necessary argument, and I actually really respect Batwoman for covering this kind of storyline as long as Luke is recruit, because I think it's necessary that cop shows, you know, like I love Prodigal Son, and this in season 2, we knew Prodigal Son, they have a plotline which is about, you know, racist cops, and like how do you deal with that, being the good apples in the force, etc. And I think so many shows have the cop shows have a responsibility to cover this, because otherwise they're just pro propaganda, pro cop propaganda. But Batwoman could not cover it in a way. It's a superhero show. I know Gotham is more of a sort of gritty, the police are very involved all the time, but they could just be dealing with Batwoman stuff. But I really respect them for covering this because it is such an important issue in our time. But it's very hard to watch, but it's so necessary to watch, because there are people who will not know the full scale of the situation like this. There'll be people who maybe watch the news and, I don't know, they believe it when they watch Fox or they watch a news channel when they say, oh, he was a criminal and then he got shot or whatever, that would watch this show, and I'm talking about white people, idiotic white people, who maybe do watch Batwoman and have come to love Luke over the last season and a half, and will see this situation. And I know TV shouldn't have to educate people, it's fucking obvious, but maybe if they only get the basic headlines and they don't understand the scale of it, the next time they see one of those headlines, God, please be a headline about previous incidents so we don't get any more, maybe they will be able to think about the character they loved in that position, and it will help them wake up to the truth. It's just such a necessary conversation to have, even though it's painful. Luke's gonna be fine. He has to be fine. Oh, I'm very emotional right now. I love this show, but I am so stressed. So, yes, Mary and Jacob also had some very important scenes this episode. Mary is speaking her mind and standing up for herself, and I love her. This was a very tough episode to watch. I'm not happy that it's not on until the 6th, but thank you so much for watching.